What's up, YouTube? Today we're looking at a couple of Witchdoctor Zero Saps. I wanted to juxtapose, compare, and contrast the Slim with the Precinct 13. So this Slim recently was part of the Friday specials. So was this. But this has a very strong spring, so it doesn't really conform to the body at all. Not that it's a huge deal because it's so slim and it's so small and compact, but when you compare it with this, you can really tell. You can feel it in your pocket, so to speak. If we were to do a direct comparison, you can really see, well, that this is a little thicker and this is going to be a little shorter. As far as their profile, once you get to the warhead, this one obviously flares out quite a bit. I want to touch on just how the unsprung sap really does carry easier. It really, really does. And it sets in my pocket a little bit better. I guess probably because this is kind of thick, a little bit thicker because it has to, the lead ingot goes around the spring here. Piece of spring steel that is, I think, running probably the length of it. I also really like the use of geometry up here. This portion, you have a corner curvature and then another corner. These are really stiff. If you were to throw this into somebody's face, meaning like if you were to take it and just land a chopping blow, even if it comes up a little short, you're still gonna hit with this part. I really like how many edges there are up there. This is a little bit different. It doesn't seem, they're probably this, no, they're not. This is just not as stiff around the edges. There's a lot of spring to this. It's like spongy. Whereas this feels just way hard. It's still a little spongy, it's just not as much though. If both were the same price and I had to recommend one, it would really depend. It would depend on what the person was going to do with it. Like, are they going to carry it a lot? In the pants? Are they going to do it, back pocket carry? Or because I get that a lot of people immediately kind of lean towards, well, I'm going to like the sprung sap more because it's more like a bar, meaning like an actual bar. And there is a little bit of truth to that, but the way this has been made, and I would say it kind of minimizes the, if this were just to be a puck, then it would be a lot more floppy, and then it would be more like a slung shot. But because the patty is long, you've got quite a bit. Like, you don't even have to choke up that much. This is a 3-finger grip. If I were to go up to a 4, all of a sudden I have the tail end of this, and this is a very stiff piece of gear. So I don't know. They're different but the same. But as far as what carries easier, it's this one for sure. Does this one really stand out that much? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you can really tell. Now, the functionality, there is a little bit of difference in how you're going to use them, obviously. They're both going to be very effective. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know which one. I guess for an absolute noob, if somebody was like, yeah, I just want it to be more like a stick, obviously it's going to be this one because this is holding up great, by the way. I've been carrying both of these quite a bit, and I can't even really tell. Except this is like, I don't know, some part of my Duke got mashed up against the seat of my vehicle, between this and the seat. Yeah, both of these are holding up great. And I'm just very impressed overall with both pieces. I get this is like for maximum durability. It's very oily, it's very stiff, it's feels like a brick in some ways. This is kind of the same, except it's less of a brick, I guess, feeling. Yeah, I think they're both really good to go. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't sure, like when I reviewed this, if I was going to like it. I like it a lot. A lot. And I don't think I would have any issue defending myself with this, to be honest. Nor this one. But I just get that, I understand why some people don't like unsprung saps. I just feel like it's partially a skill issue, but it's also like a little bit of just understanding the dynamics of applying force with these things and how that's going to work. But a big part of that is carrying them and how they're going to carry. But yeah, so far very happy with both of these. No regrets, and I've been carrying like one of those two in the back pocket, and usually some sort of knuckle duster, like a smaller one, a 2 or 3 finger one, sometimes a 1 finger one, in my front pocket. It's real easy, and nobody knows. But it's legal where I live. Check your local laws. Don't do anything crazy. That's about all I'll show up for this one. Thanks for sticking with me to the end. I hope you folks have a good rest of your day. And also, I get, on this channel, we're a little flippant about violence sometimes because this world is so full of it, especially America. It's one of our biggest exports, but be very, very careful with these. Do not accidentally do something that you go to jail for. All right. Bye-bye.